want to talk about quick. I'm going to give a quick go on this fucking idiot, Zach Polanski. An absolute idiot. So fucking stupid. And listen, he is a Jew. I know the thing is with Zach, right, and the Green Party is they're anti-Israel, essentially, right? So you've got all the Muslims and all the stupid lefties. So let me put it to you, all you stupid lefties and you fucking little Muslims. This guy works for Israel. I know he says things like fuck Israel, free Palestine. And the one thing that got me was when he said fuck off Palantir, which is the Jewish company that secures all the data across basically the world. Now here's the thing, right? He adopts all of their policies, right? All the influence of the Jews. He literally adopts it. He uses it in his campaign. And at the same time, he has had no pushback off any of the Jewish USA politicians or any of the Israeli politicians. You know, he's saying all this shit and he's had no pushback. That is just, that's not real. And I believe it's their mistake for not giving him any pushback. Because to me, it looks like he's basically in with them. And I think right now, it's almost a fight between the English, the Muslims, and the Jews. And all you fucking stupid Muslims who are going to vote for him, you're honestly a fucking idiot. There's not a lot I can say, because you're just stupid. Now, we really do not want this guy. Why is he bad? Well, first of all, legalising drugs, right? You're going to see a lot more heroin addicts in kids' parks taking drugs. I've seen it before in kids' parks, little heroin addicts shooting up with their trousers down in the corner of the park. Kids are in the park playing. It is disgusting. We don't fucking want any of it. Right, the second reason, he's not going to get any stricter on crime. Okay, he's not about the law and order life. He's just about fucking about. Third of all, he's very, very pro-migration. He is going to open up routes for people to come in. He's going to flood us with immigrants. Absolutely flood us. He's honestly a disgusting piece of shit. Right, the fourth reason why we do not want him in, and this is quite a big one, honestly, the sex trade, the little girls being pimped out will be through the fucking roof. It will. It'd be very easy for young men or just normal men to get certain drugs. It doesn't have to be a date rape drug, okay? It doesn't have to be that. It can be as simple as being at a party and sprinkling a little bit of heroin or a bit of crack cocaine into a fag. You give it to a girl and there you go. Bingo, you made a sex slave. That is literally how it works, alright? And this guy is basically going to open us up to the shithouse. He's going to chuck us in the grinder. It's going to be a shit show. We're going to be going to wars for Israel. It is going to be a shit show. So all you stupid Muslims who are against drugs, against LGBTQ, which is literally what you're against, but for some reason you're voting him because you think he's better than the far right, or not even the fucking far right, just the right fucking wing. You're all stupid and you're all going to get a shit show. You're going to get what's haram to you. It's all going to be shit to you. He's going to screw you and he's going to screw us. So, if he gets in, well done. I really don't think he's going to. Obviously, at the minute, it's all about aiming high and voting low. So, look, you really don't want him in. And all you stupid Muslims, honestly, the lefties, the white fucking liberal lefties and the black ones are just cuckoo. Okay, I don't want to appeal to them. I don't give a fuck about them. They can all get fucked. Honestly, I want them all deported. Just like I want all you Muslims deported. But here's the thing, I don't want all the Muslim countries to go to shit. I want you to have a good life away from me and my people. Same as the people in Africa and all the other countries. Alright, I want you kicked out of this country, but I want you to go back to a prosperous, safe environment. And honestly, the only thing that's going to ever achieve that would be Restore Britain. Because they are good people. Rupert Lowe's a good guy. if we got England sorted out and England was running smooth, we was all doing very well, the economy's booming. Let's see, he sees a genocide in Africa, he sees a genocide in Israel. Sorry, not Israel, like Palestine. You know, there's a good chance we go, all right, we're going to help you out. Whereas all these other parties won't. They just bend the knee to Israel, bend the knee to whatever fucking money person with money's giving them. You know, it's silly. It is silly. Rupert Lowe is the only way. Now, for all of you thinking Rupert Lowe is going to get in, I do think he's going to get in, and it's going to be amazing. Just know that even though we are friends with the USA, it is no longer the USA. It is Jew-SA. It's controlled by the Jews, Israel. It's got all the influence, all the politics, all the policies. And they will not want us to get powerful. They won't want us to deport everyone. They will fine us like fuck. And they will really, they're probably trying to assassinate Rupert. They will. They will try and assassinate Rupert. I am telling you. They don't want us gaining power. Alright? You know, they say the greater Israel. They say the greater Israel is what they want. And I do believe that. They do. You know, they literally say it. The top ones who make the calls say it. And I think everyone looks at Netanyahu and thinks he's a fucking prick. He is a prick. But he's not the biggest prick of them all. There are bigger fish behind him. You know, the opposition, that essentially what they would call the left-wing politics of Israel, are the same as the right-wing politics. They all want to flood our countries with shit and get more powerful. You know, they're the only country that don't have to tell us how many nukes they have. We don't even know what nuclear power they have. But we know every other country, even China, Russia, alright, they might lie a little bit, but at least they make the effort to actually show us something and help us. The Jews, not so much. Okay? They don't want us to know how powerful they are. They don't want us to know what they've got, but they want to know what we've got. Okay? So we're signed to obviously Palantir, which is a data broker, data company that just sucks up information about everybody, basically. You know, it's tied into us, USA, a few other countries. But if it's tied into us in the USA, it's tied into everybody. That is literally how it is. So if we ever have a shortage of anything, if we ever need anything, they know that. And they can push prices, they can do whatever the fuck they want. You know, there's some things you don't let your enemies or even rivals, you know, competitors, you don't let them know certain things. And now they know everything. They know everything. Honestly. It is fucking stupid. Right, I also wanted to quickly touch on Russia. So, bit of a hot take, bit of a random one. And I don't like Putin, I don't agree with him, but we don't know the story. We don't. And it's very tibble-tabble on both sides, really. There's not a lot to go on. You know, you're just listening to the people in power on this side and the people in power on that side. Now, here's the thing. Israel and America, USA, have been pushing ideology on many different countries. Really, it is organised Jewry. Just like Nick Fuentes says, it's organised Jewry because it's Jews from around the world with a shitload of money and a shitload of influence, a lot of political power. They're in certain spaces, banking industries, fucking economic industries, lawyers. Like, the best lawyers are Jews. That's just what it is. If you got a Jewish lawyer in America, you're probably gonna win. Yeah. Now, can you imagine if Putin got a phone call from these Jews and powerful Americans and they told him what they want? They want nukes on Ukraine. They want Putin to adopt the trans LGBT movement. They want Russia flooded with immigrants, because it's only fair we're taking immigrants. You've got to as well. you know, there's a good chance that they said this to him and he said, no, 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 no. And then they said, all right, well, we're going to put all these nukes, we're going to put all our men all around Russia. And if you fuck us about, we'll fuck you. And then Putin, there's a chance he might have just said, no, I'm going to come to you before you can come to me. Line up the men, we're going to war for our way of life. Now, I don't agree with Putin. I don't exactly like what he's doing. I don't like the way he's went about it. He's addressing his people like it's World War II still. He's calling Ukraine and us Nazis because the Russian people understand that Nazis are the top of the evil chain because they essentially wiped out a lot of their people. If he was to say, you know, Jews are running it, the Jews are trying to fuck us up, it might backfire a little bit with his people. Now, if he actually said that, it would probably get a lot of us on his side, essentially. But again, we don't know. This is all speculation. But, I mean, it's not a bad speculation, I don't think. Honestly, I really don't. Now, you know, obviously Putin is who he is. Would I rather someone nicer? Yeah. Would I rather someone else take control? Yeah. But what is Russia? The heart of Russia, what is it? It's the last place where white people have a home where they don't have to accept all the immigrants. They don't have all the gay shit. Okay, they don't have all the pronouns, the fucking stupid shit, men going in women's bathrooms, pretending to be women. They don't have none of that stupid shit. And I know for a fact Israel and USA do not like that. They don't. They want all the white nations under. They do. So even though we are a lot of us right wingers, and listen, Tommy Robinson, I still got a lot of respect for you. I do. You know, when you defended that old lady, I'll never absolutely hate you. Even though, okay, you are pushing Israel a little bit. You know, I got respect there. I just don't think you know what you're actually talking about in some instances. Right, anyway, here, look at this. Just a quick one. Zach Pulaski, however you fucking say the Jewish name. Please sign my petition on getting Palantir out of NHS. Now at over 110,000 signatures. Now here's the thing. Who's pushed back on this? No one. You can't have someone in power like that, or about to be in power like that, pushing against Palantir in Israel and America, especially in England, and have no comeback from the Jewish politicians. You can. It's not. He's playing a fucking good game, but he's an Israeli spy. It's as simple as that. And all you stupid fucking Muslims are gonna see if he gets in. You're all gonna fucking see.